we're with Jane Espenson from Once Upon a Time this time.
That's right. Once Upon a Time on ABC.
So what can you tell us about the show to get fans who've maybe not watching the show? What can you say to them to get them excited?
Oh my God, do you not know about this show? Once Upon a Time, ABC, Sunday night. Check it out. When I heard about it, I was like, I want to go work on the show, because the concept is fairy tale characters, cursed, forced to live in our world. They live in this little town in Maine. They don't remember who they are, but you do, the viewer does. So the show is structured around flashbacks to who they were in fairy tale land and then who they are now in their cursed lives. And it's funny and it's smart and it's imaginative, and I'm having a blast. I think you'll have a blast.
As I've been watching the show, I've actually noticed it's basically, I would say it's an ensemble, but I'd say at the beginning the focus was on Emma, but now the focus is kind of shifted, and so I'm not quite sure exactly where the focus is.
I think we're a very interesting and unusual show in that we have three strong central female characters.
Right.
We've got Emma, Mary Margaret, and Regina sort of at the top of our cast, and like to have three strong female leads like that is very unusual. It's like us in Desperate Housewives that are so centered on female characters like that, and I think that's part of what gives our show like an unusual depth and a different feel than a lot of shows out there have. The focus of the show, Emma is the savior who's come to save the town. Mary Margaret is Snow White, so of course she's central. Regina is the evil queen who's driving the whole thing. So the focus of the show is sort of, it is an ensemble. Like, yes, Emma is the heart of the show, but these other strong women are also there, just like driving story and doing important things and interacting with each other in fantastic ways.
Can you give us a hint about our mysterious writer who has shown up?
Well, you guys may think you figured out who August J. Booth is. No, August W. Booth. August Wayne Booth is the name of the stranger who showed up. And you may think you figured out who he is, but don't be so sure, because there may be some surprises coming up.
Intriguing. Can you give us any hints about Mr. Gold, who is currently my favorite character?
Mr. Gold, Rumpelstiltskin, he's my favorite too, I think. Although I changed my mind about who's my favorite. But I've gotten to write a couple stories about Rumpelstiltskin and unfolding the backstory of this strange ancient imp. It's fantastic. Amazing character. And hints, look to see more about him. Like, the more that we learn about who he was before he was rumpled, the more you're going to start seeing depth and layers and shading. And he's more complicated than even I realized when I started writing him.
This is a question we've been arguing about on the podcast. When the mysterious writer took the book, he found it in the sewer, wherever he found the book. He took the book and he did something to the pages. We've been arguing about, did he just repair the book, or did he add pages, or did he take away pages? We have totally been just arguing about that. Could you please answer that question?
Looked to me like he wrote new pages and added them. That's what I saw.
Okay, that's what I saw too.
That's when I started
Thank
writing
you. What about the overall arc? I guess the theme of the show is it's a little bit like you have the current day in Storybrooke, and then you show the backstory or flashback, and they show that those two kind of stories kind of interweave. But what about the overall arc, I guess, in Storybrooke? Can you tell us anything about your vision of where you see that going?
Well, it's not my vision. The show is created by Adam Horowitz and Eddie Kitsis, and they're our bosses, and they created the show, and they're shaping this whole story. So they have a vision for exactly where we're going, and I can tell you that things are going to be changing. That we've been sort of slowly creeping up on some pretty big events that are going to happen this season. So keep an eye out. Big stuff's about to happen. Overall, where we're going, they have a plan. They have a map. We know what's coming up. We know what season 2 is going to look like, and it's very cool.